Hello and welcome to my daily portfolio update. This is Fernandoherrera and I am in the journey of financial wellness, and this is my Fidelity account series where I invest $1,000 every month and pretty much share with you guys my buys and sells on a daily basis. If you do enjoy these videos, hit that like button and subscribe so you could follow me through this journey, and so that way you could follow along or simply learn. Now, today the indices are red and green. Nasdaq's going up slightly, and the Dow and S&P are down. Our biggest gainers today is Amazon, Broom, and Nvidia. And pretty much Broom, like I said yesterday, is still not reaching that $40 mark, so just keeping that in mind. And then our biggest losers is Ford, Disney, and Plug. Now, yesterday we did start a position on Plug, and the value of Ford has gone down 3%, but I'm not too worried because we actually bought it at a very low point yesterday, which means we've only lost like 0.01% so far. In terms of our portfolio, Tesla still being our number one stock with a 45% return, total gain and loss, and then SPG and Boeing coming in third place. We do have some new upcoming tech stocks making a comeback. As you guys can see, Broom, Amazon, and Nvidia have been performing poorly these past 3 weeks when the Dow has been actually surging. And now we can start to see more of a comeback from these companies. And we should probably expect more of a comeback, meaning that more of that Dow Jones money is being transferred back into tech. Now, today I do want to talk a little bit about these 5 EV companies making or in the race of, I guess, this electric vehicle, pretty much non-gas carbon vehicles that they're just getting a lot of news and attention. So those companies that I'll be reviewing today is Tesla. I'll be talking about HYLN Holdings, which you guys could see the snowflake, kind of small compared to Tesla. Tesla had a good future, past, and a good health in terms of their company. And this one seems to just have a bit of health, not too much future nor past, but it's probably because it's a newer company. Compared to NIO, you guys can actually see that NIO does have more future and does have more health, which means, that it's probably a good buy. However, it is 53.22 over or times the price to book ratio, which I will be talking about that just in a little bit. NKLA will be another one of those companies that we will talk. Future not that big, but they do have good health. They are not forecasted to make any profits within the next 3 years, but again, similar to Tesla, that's what used to happen. This company has a 12.27 price to book ratio. And then the last company we're going to be talking about is XPEV. This pretty much is a newer company, just came into the index by the end of September, and it's another company that makes electric vehicles in China. 9.43 times price to book ratio, and seems to have good health and some future. Now, the price to book ratio formula, if you guys don't know, is just measured based on the market price divided by this book value that is assigned. And the way we come up with this book value is by the total common shareholders equity minus the preferred stock divided by the number of outstanding common shares. Again, if you need more information of what this means, I would probably recommend watching a different video, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I won't go into a lot of detail. In general, keep in mind that Tesla's 957 is not actually price to book ratio, it's actually price to earnings ratio, so we're just gonna ignore Tesla for this example, or at least for this visual right here. Now, I will be calculating or putting pretty much the price to book ratio for each one of these companies and their fair value price according to Simply Wall Street. HYLN pretty much has a 144 price to book ratio, which is the highest out of the 4 stocks. NIO has a 53.22, and then NKLA has a 12.27, and then XPEV has a 9.43. However, XPEV is considered to be the most overvalued according to Simply Wall Street again. And just for reference, just so you guys do know, Tesla's price to book ratio is 27.48%. So it would be roughly below NIO, meaning that NIO is the strongest out of the 4, but Tesla's actually the best out of all these stocks to invest that, in the sense of market price to book ratio. Now, I have been also getting or exporting from Yahoo Finance all the volume and the price changes every day for all these 5 stocks. And I used Soho Analytics to kind of visualize myself. And not only that, but actually do a forecast on these stocks and see how they're performing or how they're due to perform. So for example, if we expand here on Tesla, I can see that the volume has been increasing, and it has been increasing significantly ever since the inclusion of the S&P 500. However, again, the forecast for Tesla was not that accurate, since it pretty much is saying that it was, 416 to 495. I believe Tesla today hit like 560. So again, this is an 80% accuracy or confidence in percentage, pretty much. That's how, it just has an 80% confidence percentage. So just keep that in mind. NIO, on the other hand, was a little bit more accurate. I mean, I could see here that NIO had some good volume in the past month of October. But, overall, NIO is expected to be within 47 to 55 in terms of the price. I believe today NIO was like 53, so it is within that range. So I'm kind of happy to see that forecast helped. XPEV, kind of interesting stock because, again, it's very new, so there's not a lot of historical data, but I could see that the volume on this stock has skyrocketed. And so we can still see that the forecast itself says that it should be dipping slightly, and it did today. But it still says that from $29 to $73, we should see the stock moving itself into. Now, again, that doesn't mean that that's going to happen, but it kind of helps me understand and, kind of uses all the data points to kind of just forecast this information for the next 5 days. NKLA stock, for example, is another one that I would have expected it to be a little more volatile, but according to the forecast, it should be between $31 to $36. I mean, again, NKLA does have a little bit more information, and it has been in a more of a wilder ride. I do think that NKLA could increase, but again, we're still not seeing that big volume that we saw 3 months ago. So the last stock that we do have is HYLN. This stock I've been keeping on my watch list. I've been following some other YouTubers on this stock, and I have not yet invested in this stock, but I want to see what the volume is and how it's moving. I don't know, I just don't feel any confidence yet in the stock. According, to our price to book ratio, it's still overvalued by 144 times, from the book value. So it is expected to grow based on my forecast, but I'm probably just going to stay neutral and see how the stock itself reacts. Not to mention the company itself might be having a bit of financial troubles, just something to keep in mind. With that being said, pretty much I've been able to get all of these 5 companies together in a dashboard and pretty much compare all of them. And I'll be honest with you, out of all these 3 stocks, I do think NIO has the ability to provide more growth in the short term. However, Tesla and XPEV do show some promising returns as well, which we're already invested in Tesla, but I'm definitely considering investing more heavily in NIO and XPEV. So I do hope you enjoyed the video today, guys. It was a little bit longer. However, I do want to point out that tomorrow I won't be doing a daily portfolio update because obviously the market is closed, and I will be switching my daily portfolio updates to only Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and that's only to allow me to do more content and more in-depth analysis for other videos that I am planning on publishing soon. So I do appreciate your support, your thumbs up, and your subscription, and thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys on Friday. Have a safe holiday.